That's it.
Basically, Susan will come up now, and she will answer any question you might have. One of the things that this financial report, which is handled, we have an accountant who does it very, very correctly. You will see a shortfall of about $1,000, but Susan can fill you in that that is just income and out, but our balance, and here I let Susan do the talking, because we have a lovely balance. We are operating in the black. I will talk a little more about that.
So the statement shows a shortfall, but that's only because we pay GST and PST on items bought. But in fact, for January 2023, there was a balance of $6,215 in the bank account. That was for January 2023. So it's not that we're in the red. We are in the black. It's just, roughly we bring in the same amount that we expense. So.
And I think you said something to me earlier that comparing it to the year before, it's relatively within the same range, right?
It is. There was a $7,000 or $8,000 difference. In fact, less income and fewer expenses. Mm-hmm. That I'm not sure why, but yeah. So does anybody looking at this have any questions?
Susan, I really appreciate the amount of work that goes into this.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. Well, it's a year's, thank you. It's a year's, I just, yeah.
Not being familiar with some of this stuff. Professional services, $600.
So that was what I did this morning is I looked up different amounts in case there were questions. So maybe 500 of that was the accountant for doing 2021 taxes. Okay. And 100 was for another accountant squaring up.
And the other thing is, I know nothing about this. So telecommunications, $2,000, is that?
So I'll tell you what that is, just a breakdown. So it's basically Bell, and there were two amounts. Bell Canada, so the phone line and I guess the internet. And so it comes to roughly $197 per month. One is 109, one's 88, but those numbers fluctuate a little bit.
Yeah. I guess that's what I pay as well, but it just seems like
I know.
Amount.
And then that's it, insurance, bank charges, office expenses.
Tell us how much the insurance is, just on the monthly insurance here.
I've put in brackets because it did change. So from $445 for most of the year to $5 a month to $510 or $510. So that's the average for the insurance. I don't know.
Susan, this is Chris.
Yeah.
This is Chris. Can you guys hear me? I have a question about the expenses. I saw briefly on there's an alarm bill. So I wasn't aware that there was an alarm system. So I was just curious about that.
Chris is on here. I can answer you that. We are up. Oh, there you are. Yeah, we have an alarm system that's not hooked in right now, but we have to have it in the building in order for our insurance to be appeased.
Gotcha. Thank you.
And it's about 34 a month.
I can say something about why there was less income last year, more going out. We have experimented here with having different modalities of optimizing the building, right? So we've had some different groups who were using the sanctuary. There was a young family congregation, and so on. So, and the MIR program started last year. That meant money was going into that program. So there's some kind of fluctuation, I'm assuming, having to do with paying to the ministers who are coming. We have a budget, you know, we're very mindful with the board. One of my concepts about money is that money is to be used. We need to be in the black. Otherwise, Spirit's not behind us. Spirit is behind us, we're in the black. And we need to also use our money to seed projects. So when I came, I had a ministerial contribution of $2,000 a month, right? And then we came with these various programs, and I said, I want to seed, make it possible that we can do it. So my ministerial budget had to be cut, right? So that we could send money to ministers in residence and so on. So, yes, go ahead.
I just have a question.
What is it?
The groups that rent the space, like the AA groups and up until recently the groups of 21, is that reflected in the contributions?
Yes, contributions, those are all groups using the space. Yeah.
They have really been wonderful. Church 21 unfortunately outgrew us. They've gone to a ministry or an old church in Verdun. So we've lost them and we are open to looking. But I want to say something when it gets to vision and mission. Yes, and AA, the groups, the support groups, they give us money, right? They pay.
Right. So, you know, generous amounts monthly. I mean, everybody, they do follow through with the payments.
And Reverend Juliet, with her international ministry, is paying
Yes.
us a contribution.
Yeah.
Okay, Wilma, hi, hello, madam.
Hi, Dr. Maya. I am wondering, are we tithing to any organization as a church? You know, how much I believe in tithing. So
I
just
know.
wondering that.
I have just presented to the board that we are tithing. We have a new idea of creating teams within the ministry. And one team is headed by Kate, who is becoming a member today. And in order for her to have some funds, we are tithing to her project. So the truth is, and Wilma knows this, tithing is supposed to go out, you know, either to Silent Unity or to, you know, a food bank. But we've been tithing within our organization to make projects possible. Does that answer it, Wilma?
Yes, it does. I also want to hear that we tithe into the outside, like to another church, as some of them used to tithe to us in the past and always came in when we most needed it.
That's right. You're making me very aware of this, and I'm so glad for your comment. And I'm going to write a note that we're going to bring that up.
Yes, so we have tithed to Silent Unity, different ones. Unity of Ottawa, and I think it's Kitchener, have tithed to us, a small amount,
But you
still.
also, you recall that we tied to Silent Unity, that's right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
We have ties, Wilma, to
Yes.
Silent Unity.
Because I believe in tithing. I was saying that to my son yesterday.
Any other questions?
So can I ask where that's reflected in here? In expenses?
When we tied to Silent Unity, would it be somewhere in there?
Oh, it'll be here, let me just, well, it'll be under expenses, but I don't,
Love offering?
no, love offering, we paid out to one speaker. So let me just think where the tithe would be. I think it's just gone under donations.
That's a good idea to look into it and maybe list it separately, because we are going to start tithing to Kate and her project. But can we note that there is maybe something to look into? I thought I had a pen here.
Yeah, we can look. It's not a major, not a major
It's
thing.
interesting, though.
You know,
see
maybe we
we're
gave
learning.
$200 or something, so, yeah.
Because I would assume that it's more than $100 for the love offering.
No, that was one person, one speaker.
Guys, when you speak, can you speak closer to the?
When you need to speak in here. I think what Gloria is asking, does it reflect anywhere where we tithe out, like Wilma wants us to consider again?
Yeah,
Is it in the bylaws?
No, I mean here.
Just as an expense. Money out.
it's under expenses. It's an expense.
Ministerial services, but it.
No, it's not that.
No,
No, it's not that. I think Susan is saying she thinks at the moment it slipped into expenses.
well, it is an expense. If we put money out, it's an expense. When we get a tithe, it's a donation.
Okay. But are you hearing us, Gloria, that we're going to be a little more specific on that?
We're talking maybe $60, you know, so I don't know that it's worth looking.
For the year.
No.
From two churches I'm talking about.
No, she's talking about what we pay Silent Unity.
Okay, so I already said it was $200, so that would be an expense.
There were times,
You know, there might not have been any this year, so it might not be
yet.
reflected here.
okay, all right. So we're coming to the exciting thing, which is, are we okay?
Yeah, so it's good? Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Susan. Thank you again. You know, she is donating her time to do this. And we are all in a volunteer program at the moment. I think we need to know that slowly but surely, we're going to have to move out of that and start giving love offerings again to people who are doing around here. Just yesterday, with the help of AA, we found a guy who loves to mop floors. And we hired him. And twice a month, he's going to be mopping the sanctuary and the lobby. And he said, oh, it was very dirty. So he really,
Something has to come away from the mic. No. Should I tell them that you don't travel?
well, you can say something.
I just wanted to say that Dr. Maya never puts in for her travel, all her traveling back and forth. She doesn't.
Yeah,
Doesn't.
I'm a volunteer too, she says, Susan says. So, so I want to say something about our vision and our mission statement. You know where it is. We have it up and running most of the time on, on Sunday mornings. What has been a seed thought that came from Chris, Reverend Chris, was to create circles. Circles, teams within the ministry to bring more of you into leadership. So there are 2 teams at the moment that are ideas. We have an idea board now where when people give me an idea, we put a little post-it up on a board so that the idea doesn't get lost. But right now, maybe Kate wants to say something briefly. Come on up. She is heading a program on Thursday night, sort of a community welcome to unity musical event. Keep it short, please.
Yes. I don't know anything about short. All right. Hello, everyone at home. Yes. In general, we're starting something called Thursdays at Unity. We're going to be careful about any religious links or any even God links. It's more just about practical spirituality and what we can do in our daily lives to be better family members, better community members, and bringing joyousness through music and dancing and moving our bodies and feeling the spirit in our bodies as a group and just having some time together. So musical events, ideally twice a month, and then The other 2 evenings would be maybe something like something I'm starting in my own living room called Mindful Mondays, where we come together and we set goals for things that we want to do, areas in our life we want to change, bad habits we want to break. We set a goal for ourselves. We come back and we share as a group how we did with that goal, where we might have run into some blocks, that kind of thing. Just kind of, they say when people work out together or try to quit smoking together, you're much more likely to do it in a group dynamic. So that's the idea, is to bring self-mastery and self-improvement together as a group. So that would be one of the nights. So perhaps even like a movie night or a book club kind of thing. So this is, all ideas are welcome. If anyone wants to help manage it, I would love to have a partner and all that. So, we're going to be doing 7 to 9. Doors will be open at 6:30. We'll have some music playing. There'll be some meditation, maybe some fellowship in the hallway. But that's the goal: 7 to 9 on Thursdays.
Wonderful, absolutely.
Our first day will be April 27th. And yeah, this is invite your friends, invite the community. The first hour will be easy songs, campfire songs, family favorites, some Beatles, some Bob Marley, just some easy things to sing. We'll do it as a group. We've got a projector. We're going to have it up on the screen. You know I love to dance. We're going to get that going in the group. And the second half will be a little bit more upbeat. As we move through, there'll be time for some sharing. The idea is, I don't think anyone's going to be on stage. We're going to be down there, person to person, communing together, and if someone wants to sing a solo, they can grab the mic and do that. Like, it's going to be very improv-y. Let's just put it that way.
Just like you.
Just like me. Anything else?
This is how we grow. When we have an idea and then we have an individual who has passion for it, who is willing to take it, but then we as an organization, we have to put a little money behind it, right? I mean, a little budget.
Yeah.
So I made a little budget available to
We used that money so far to buy a projector and get some audio cables going that are going to help us on Sundays as well. And then for one of those nights, hopefully we'll get it up to at least 2, but for at least starting at 1, we're going to have a live pianist, a professional organist who will accompany us in our music.
You have it already?
Yes, I have a friend who's agreed to help us with this.
Thank you. And then the other circle that I'm holding dear to my heart, but we don't have yet a go-ahead on that one, because an idea always needs a shepherd. An idea always needs a gardener. An idea always needs a godmother, whatever you want to call it. And that idea for a team, a circle, is wellness and wholeness and health. And we got alternative healers among us. But at some point they will step up and say, I'm ready. It also has to be a time for them to feel like they want to give, like on a Saturday morning, some kind of an alternative healing, I don't know, workshop or open house. So back to our concept of how do we, I don't like to use the word capitalize, but we do have an obligation. We have a fully paid building, and we have a beautiful building. We have a beautiful sanctuary, but we're doing poorly with getting people in, right? We should, some of us really have known times when there were people in both sides of the aisle, right? And and then somebody brings up Marvin, and I always get a little, sad and trist that he's gone, because it was standing room only here, and 2 services on Sunday morning. And yeah, anyway, so what I want to say also, I want to introduce an idea to you. I floated a balloon a couple of days ago, but I want to say it to you now. It's already taken on a new shape, this idea. And the idea is to bring in to the board, to the constellation of the board, a keeper of the flame person. The idea comes from Unity Village, from the executive committee. They have a keeper of the flame on their board of trustees. And that is somebody who has a deep commitment to prayer. And they are in the meeting, and they open the meeting with prayers and close it with prayers. And they're doing nothing else but hold the high watch of unity. So I promised I wouldn't put anybody on the spot. I have somebody in mind. But anyway, I'm twitching with my face. I don't know. She's not saying anything. But anyway, this is
Are you
what's.
speaking to me, Dr. Maya?
Of course, I'm winking at you. I do not know if all of you know, Wilma is the grand dame here. She is the keeper of the flame. She has done everything in this ministry. And if she's willing to come onto the board, not as a legal entity, not as a, having to vote and read minutes and all that, but the keeper of the flame. So anyway, that's one idea that I'm pursuing it. I found that there was a need to fill a vacancy or two on the board, and not many people in this congregation were particularly eager to get on a board of trustees, but this keeper of the flame idea I'm holding close to my heart. And what is that function? Praying. Opening prayer, closing prayer. And as the board goes through their, like what Gloria was doing, we are going through the minutes, or we're going through the financial statement, and the person, the keeper of the flame, says, what about tithing? The principle, the keeper of the flame. She's asking, what is their function? You follow me? Gloria is looking at me like, yeah. What would be the function would be to keep the high watch, to remind the board, to remind us. And what about tithing? Wilma just got it. Anyway, enough of that, because I promised to be out of here, not using the time too long.
One quick thing to thank Dr. Maya, for all your efforts.
Pardon?
We should thank you for all your efforts in putting this together, so thank you.
Well, you can do that at the end. It's very nice of you. Yes. But now we're coming to, thank you. I receive and accept your affection. And now we're going to present to you 4 people who have applied to be members of this congregation. And 2 of them are here. So Victoria and Kate, will you come up? And 2 of them are, one of them is Marco, he's on the screen. And the other one is Derek, come on up. Up. And then we have Sandra at the piano. She's going to lead us when we have done this first part to sing the Weave song, which is our meditation song. Well, you're not getting to sing, you're getting to stand, and you're getting to be blessed. You're getting to be weaved in. And what about Chris?
Where's Chris? There
Chris.
she is.
Oh, she's come on. Okay. So we're taking, we need first, before you sing, we need first the invocation, where all of us hold one person at a time. I'm going to start with Victoria. I'm taking her hand and I'm just saying to her, receive membership in this fellowship.
Receive membership in this fellowship.
And membership in unity means that you step into a commitment to walk the spiritual path with the unity principle, okay?
Yes.
So we see her do that. We see Victoria becoming a member of this fellowship and having said yes to it. We love you, we bless you, and we appreciate you. And then we got Kate here. Well, Kate, oh, your hands need warming up. Somebody give her a coat. She's gone. Kate. I welcome you into the fellowship through your willingness to be a member of this congregation. In the name of the Holy Spirit. Yes, you can say it.
I am willing.
You are willing. I know you are. So let's do the same thing. Kate, we love you.
Kate,
we
we love
bless you.
We bless
and we
And we
appreciate
appreciate you.
And then, oh yeah. And then, who do we have here on the screen? Marco. Oh God, Marco. Marco, I want you to stand up. Can you do that?
Yes.
I want you to close your eyes. I'm going to put around you the stola that I would wear on a high holy day. I wrap it around your shoulders in my visualization. And I'm going to say, Marco, receive full membership in this congregation. We love you, we bless you, and we appreciate you. The Holy Spirit blesses you, Marco, through and through. And so it is. And then I would think we have Chris, right?
Yes. Rev Chris.
Reverend Chris.
Oh, yeah. She wants to be a member of us.
I do.
She's getting, I do married. So receive the membership in this congregation, Reverend Chris. Feel yourself joining into a spiritual community and a growing commitment to walk with us on this path of being modern day mystics. And so it is. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you. And I don't want to exclude Derek, because Derek told me he wants to be a member, but he's busy somewhere in another thing. So we just beam him light, and we accept his willingness. We love you, we bless you, and we appreciate you, Derek.
All right, Derek.
Okay.
And then I thought we should all stand, those on Zoom, those in the sanctuary, in renewing our own willingness. You don't have to if you don't want to, but just stand as now our people here are singing our weave song. You guys stay up here.
Okay.
This is a song we sing called Weave Us Together. Weave us together. Weave us together, together in love. Weave us together. Weave us together, together in love. We are pictures, we are different from the other, but we are interdependent. In one big family, weave us together, weave us together in unity and love. Weave us together, weave us together, together in love. Thank you so much. Can't stop.
Are we gonna do all three verses?
But we are entwined with one another in one big family. Weave us together, weave us together in unity and love. Weave us together, weave us together, together in love. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, choir, emerging choir. So at this point, I would like to have a short prayer in French with Sandra coming to bless us with that. And then we're going to close with our prayer for protection, or she's going to do it in French, actually. So, Sandra?